Elia greets my beloved father YAHVAH personally. Elia as well greets YAHOSHUAH personally. We are now back to the moment that we are going to be together for now. It's at this time 8 p.m. at night. Yeah, time has passed over 8 p.m. but that is okay. There was an organization that I had that must be done, but now we are together for the words. So YAHOSHUAH will bless you who are following, and those who never stop listening to the words of YAHOSHUAH. YAHOSHUAH bless you all for all of that thing. So my first word is from us. At the moment of speaking, there is a great noise. There is a great noise at the moment, and so you must adapt your ear for that, because it creates a great noise. Yeah, we are trying so that you cannot hear it, but there is a great noise from people outside. So yeah, you may hear it, but it's not from us. But but their tool makes a great noise. So the word is yeah, and I am yawning at the same time because I am really tired. So the word that I'm going to tell you today is that Elia is going to teach you. Is the word saying, does Elia really come from the heaven of heavens? So that is the thing that we're going to see for now, for people who are listening, because here in overseas, this is now devil's brain to block people's way, and they're really able and dare to say people who believe the fact that Elia, the ambassador of YAHOSHUAH, comes from the heaven of heavens, are dumb. So those who believe in that are dumb, because people on earth, none of them are from the heaven of heavens, but they are all human. And what they bring to prove that is with one word: why did he get married? Why does he get married? Because if he is someone from the heaven of heavens, he should not get married. It's really that point that we are going to talk about today. Yeah, also adapt your ear with great nose. I don't know if you can hear that from you, but it is a great noise from us. You can you barely hear it. Oh, that's good then if you don't hear it, because here in us it's too noisy. Okay, now let's bring the words then. First of all, what is the proof that Elia is from the heaven of heaven? We're going to talk about that in the Old Testament first. And we're going to emphasize the words of the last Israelite prophet, whose name is YAHOSHUAH. The words in the Old Testament, or the words where there is nothing to do with Yahushua, the last prophet, but we're going to take a look at the Old Testament. It's the Old Covenant then. It is obvious the law there is. God never listened to sinners, according to the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 1 and 2. So words begin saying, the proof saying that Eliah, the ambassador of Yahushua, he is not from you. But if he is from you, he hasn't been able to wash you away from your sin. However, the proof that people who follow Eliah never sin are you, Zeda'as, who have shown all to the people around the world. It's really you who are the witnesses of the truth that deliverance from sin exists, and there are people who are washed away from their sins and they never sin. So it's that situation that people around the world can already see it. It's already a proof that people cannot deny, whether they like it or not, whether they accept it or not, whether they take it as truth or not. But there are already people who never sin, and they cannot do bad thing anymore, and they are perfect human. And it's that picture really which means that the one from the heaven of heavens has arrived, because of that proof, the following proof that I'm going to tell you. So the proof is then unique. It's you, Zeda'ah, who cannot do everything anymore. It's you, Zeda'ah, who never sin anymore. You, Zeda'ah, who become perfect. Perfect, said English. It's all of these things which are the proof of the goodness that Yahushua has done, the Son of God, who has been nailed on the cross that was brought by Eliah on this earth planet, to prove that the one from the heaven of heaven has arrived. And we're going to give you now the chapter and verse. So Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1 and 2. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1 and 2. Surely the arm of YAHVAH is not too short to save, nor his ear too dull to hear. But your iniquities have separated you from your God. Your sins have hidden his face from you, so that he never listened. So that God then, he never listened to sinners. So if he never listened to sinners, how can someone make another person to be washed away from his sin if himself he is sinner? That means, how can someone who is sinners, who makes someone, another person, to become someone who never sinned? People from earth, like you humans, you are all sinners. And as you are sinners, it is impossible that those who follow you never sin. But because people who follow Eliah never sin, it's that Eliah is not from you. That is the meaning. So we're going to read the book of Job, chapter 14. Job, chapter 14. So where is the passage? I think it's in it's not in this 14. In which one is it? Let me remember it well. I didn't remember that passage saying, how can someone who is impure will give birth to someone who is pure? I don't know if you remember that words. Give that words to me. Okay, yeah, mom is telling that to me because the mom really knows passages, chapter and verse. I think it is in where is that in the book of Job? I don't remember. I just remember 14, but the one I don't remember it. Saying how can who can bring pure from impure? Yeah, that is really the words. Let me look for it. No, it's not Job chapter 14 verse 4. This is about a woman who gives birth, and it's not that what I mean. Where is that? Saying who can bring what is pure from impure? That is really the word. I don't remember it. So send it for you who knows the word, because I don't remember it. This is an app, not a Bible, and I don't remember it. Where is it? Yeah, this is it. No, it's not the right one. Again, it's not the right one yet. Yeah, it's really it. It's really this Job. It's the Job 14 chapter 4. I saw something else, and that's why. Yeah, it's always a Job 14 verse 4. Who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. Okay. So the words here is then really sets up and said as clearly that there is no one who is pure that have been birthed by impure. That means that from someone who is dirty or impure, there is nothing pure which come out from them. So if Eliah was impure or dirty, people that he gave birth or people who follow him are automatically impure. But people who follow Eliah, the reason people who follow Eliah never sin, the reason why people who follow Eliah, I think it's kind of cutting. The reason why people who follow Eliah never sin. Okay, fix the position from you, because I hear that it is cutting from you. The reason why people who follow Eliah never sin, it's really Eliah who is pure and clean. Isn't yours cutting? Oh, okay. So with these two words then, which say clearly that impure people, God never listened to them, and from impure there is nothing which will be pure. However, the reality is, I hear that it's cutting from you. Okay. So with these two words that I just gave you, says straightforwardly that there is no God who listens to sinners. So if that God never listened to sinners, so how can people wash how can people are washed away from their sins? You all that has around the world. It's really that I always emphasize to use that app. Prove that Yahushua has made you free, because now humans begins to make objections like that, and they were like, how can that be possible? How can you be able to wash people away from their sins? And how does it come that you come from the heaven of heavens? And why do you get married? Yeah, they arrived to say that. But that is it. It's the God who made people sin that they listen to. But it's not the God that made people washed away from their sins. But that is the result of Jesus. That is the result of the Jesus, the fake God that you have called. And now you know nothing about the truth. God who made sins, people, no, God listen to them. That's why I said to you, don't listen to the people who worship fake God who made them sinners. The people who say that, they are worshipping fake God. And when they have listened to this true teaching, they say that the words is true, and they're like, we never accept it. How does it come that the ambassador of Yahushua come from the heaven of heavens? It's people who are dumb who believe in that. Whoever they say that the word is truth. You see how devils are using people's mind. They're just deceiving people's mind with senseless thing. That's why Elia teaches you, always listen to the words. And what is funny is the words of the fake God, devil, who work with them, that they are listening to. It's the wisdom from them that they follow. However, they know that they are sinners, and when they are sinners, they are from devil. And it's the devil who are going along with them that they are listening. It's the wisdom from devil that they listen. It's a knowledge from devil that they listen and they believe in. And they don't believe in the knowledge of the truth. So it's up to us to think about that. That is the great loss that which hits people. I always say to you, don't listen to devil's voice, because if you listen to devil's voice, you become devils like them. You already know that you haven't been washed away from your sin, and it's a fake God who are with you. So why do you listen to the words of the God, the fake God who made you sin? You know that you are always sinners from the beginning. That means that there is no God who get along with you. So why do you still listen to a chunk of words from the God, the fake God that you were following? Don't make sure that you were not covered by devils, but now you were covered by devils in a wrong way. That is to tell you, be careful for those who are convinced, because the words is for the entire world, and I must send the words to all people around the world. That word is clear. The witness of the truth of Elia, even though we are not showing our power and authority, is the fact that you see people who never sin. It's not 1 or 2 or 100 people who say that, but thousands of people who declare together and witness the words that they never sin and they never do something evil. And how can you deny that? And these people are not following me to my house, and I feed them with food, and they just pretend to accept my words. But each one have their own house, and they have their own occupation, and they keep their own holiness, and they never do evil thing. They're the witnesses of Yahushua, and to glorify Father YAHVAH. These are the people who justify that. It's a first proof that the reason why deliverance from sin exists means that God listens. So when God listens, people that He listens to are washed away from those sins, and they never do evil thing. So it's obvious that the first one that He listened to is the one who brings His word. And the reason God listened to him, he never sinned. And he never sinned, that means that this person is not from your earth, but he is from the heaven of heavens. Because it's really the law which says that God never listened to sinners. So you who were given birth by woman, you all are impure. And you may say, haven't you been born by woman? Yes, I did, I was. But Elijah is in a different way. Elijah has been upheld from he was a kid, and he was protected from he was a kid, and he was always kept till the moment he was made to follow Father YAHOSHUAH. He's led to live like all humans, but he is chosen and selected till the moment he is called, and that is Elijah. And when time is coming for him to be called, and he was like, do your work, and he stand up, and those who follow him never do bad thing, and they never sin. As that is the proof that this person is already clean and pure, because he has made people clean. Because the law says, who can bring what is pure from the impure? Or how can pure be born by impure? That word proves that the reason why people who follow Elijah, ambassador of YAHOSHUAH, are washed away from their sins, it's really Elijah who is clean. Because if Elijah is not clean and pure, people are not washed away from their sins, and people cannot get to the place that they never sin. And people are still sinners if Elijah is not clean. But people are clean and they never sin. It's really Elijah who is pure. So that is the first proof in the Old Testament, that the reason why people are washed away from their sins at the moment, people are clean and God listened to them. Because the law says God never listened to sinners. But people are washed away from their sins. That means that God listened to them. And He listened to the one He sent. And that God listened to him with this deliverance of sin, which is really strong on your earth planet. That means that the one who never sins, he has arrived here. The one sent by beloved Father YAHVAH, his name is Elijah, and the one who sent him is YAHVAH. It's these chapter and verses that you see and you listen. They are the proof. That the deliverance from sin has gone on. It has gone on the fact that people never sin. That means that the one that God listened to is arrived into you. And that means that the one who never sinned has arrived to you. The one who is already clean has arrived to you. The question is now, is it possible that that person comes from your earth below here? Because all the church leaders around the world, whoever they are, wherever they are, or in which religion they are, or whatever religion and fight they are, all different God that people have called, they are all got the same boss, and their boss made them sinners. That means that I am talking about devils and satans. There is no humans who have been able to wash people away from their sins. But it's now that deliverance from sin exists through Elijah. But if among you human, if there was someone among you humans who never sinned, it's been a long time that you have been able to wash people away from their sins, but you haven't been able to wash one of them from his sin. You were sinners, you were from earth. And if Elijah is also from earth like you, he hasn't been able to wash people away from their sins like these church leaders wherever they are. But because Elijah has been able to wash people away from their sins, and people who follow him never sin, and they become perfect, Eliah is not from earth, but he is from the heaven of heavens. That's why his dad listened to him, and that's why also people who follow him are washed away from the sins, and they never sin, and that is the proof that he's not from you. So that is the first one. We have proved that in the Old Testament. The second proof, we're going to prove in the words of the last prophet, whose name is YAHOSHUAH. So what is the words of the last Israelite prophet? Because it is said that listen to the Israelite prophet. That is the teaching that we are listening at the moment. We are always listening it. As according to Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 15, listen to Israelite prophet, and YAHOSHUAH is an Israelite prophet. Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 15. So what is the meaning of that words? Saying listen to the prophet, and YAHOSHUAH is an Israelite prophet. So let's see his word. So this is the words of that YAHOSHUAH. Never sin. So the goal is then to make people never sin. But if people are still sinners, it's fake. That is not the right one, and they don't get along with him, according to the book of Matthew. No, it's not Matthew. It's John. Yeah, John chapter 8 verse 11. As we already know it. No one, sir, she said. YAHOSHUAH declared, then neither do I condemn you. Go now and never sin. According to John chapter 8 verse 11. Say, never sin. So that is the words of YAHOSHUAH. So that hasn't existed on the planet Earth after YAHOSHUAH has gone, and also the apostles. That word has been destroyed, and that hasn't existed anymore. There is no humans who have been able to accomplish that words, except Eliah only. It's only Eliah who has been able to accomplish that words, never sin. That is the proof that Eliah is not from you, from earth here, but he is from the heaven of heavens, because he has been able to accomplish that words, never sin. All humans around from earth who have been born by women on earth like you, and in the same class like you, they haven't been able to wash people away from their sins. But Eliah, those who follow him, never sin. And you may say, you were born by women as well, and impure. What has been said here is the people who are born by women, and they cannot wash people away from their sins. But Eliah has been able to wash people away from their sins, because he's not from you here, but from the heaven of heavens, from YAHOSHUAH. But what is the proof that Eliah is going to do to you, that he is from the heaven of heavens? This is the law that YAHOSHUAH, the last prophet, said. Don't give dogs what is holy. We're going to read that passage in the book of Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7. Where is that? And verse 6. Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. The law that YAHOSHUAH gave is, do not give dogs what is holy. Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. That means the words here clearly says, do not give dogs what is holy. It is not to equal humans to dogs, but it's the word